I'd like to start something new. Every week I'd like to go over a line, a favorite line of mine. We're gonna start with ritualistic romance. We're just gonna take a favorite line from each chapter, and this week's line is from the first chapter, the first line actually, and that is, I am a symbol of peace. I am a symbol of peace. And I just think that it's striking, and it makes you think, what do you mean symbol of peace? Like, intriguing in a way. And I feel like most first lines, they need to be striking or like, that was unexpected and intriguing. And most important of all, needs to be relating to a character. I don't care about 1,000 years ago. You can do that literally in the next line. But just the first line, I want to be something to do with character. The main character. Most often in my case, I would like it to be something to do with the main character. It doesn't have to be a thought or statement, but it can just be something related to a character. For example, this book, Futuristic Violence and Fancy Suits, which has a really good intro line. It's a long one. It doesn't, when I say striking, I don't mean it has to be short, even though mine was short. It just needs to be intriguing, something about a character, striking, or unexpected. And the first line in this one is, if Zoe Ash had known she was being stalked by a man who intended to kill her and then slowly eat her bones, she would have worried more about that and less about getting her cat off the roof. Now that is a long first line, but I think it is great. You're like, what do you mean someone's after her? There's a lot of questions involved. Who is after her? Why are they after her? Why is it like a psycho? And like, what do you mean? You know, we get a picture. It doesn't have to be short. With mine, I'm a symbol of peace. It just, like, what do you mean a symbol of peace? Like, why do we need a symbol of peace? Is there a war going on? Why is she the symbol? How has she become the symbol? Why do we need a symbol? But that was the first line of my story. My favorite line of chapter 1. And I will see you next week, where we will go to the second chapter, where I will choose another favorite line of mine of that chapter. But that is it for this week. I'll see you next week with a different line. Bye.